And my biggest fear is that he's going to do it again with the help of Lad, his best pal, and we're going to be stuck for 6 more years with this guy. And that is terrifying. It's terrifying.
Would you be my vice presidential candidate? Folks, look, I absolutely agree.
We had this little election back in 2018, and despite the final tally and the inauguration and the situation we find ourselves in, I do have one very affirmative statement to make. We won. I believe was a stolen election, and I'm not saying they stole it from me, they stole it from the voters of Georgia.
Joining us now, he's the author of the upcoming book, The Democratic Party Hates America. He also hosts Life, Liberty, Levin, 8 p.m. on Sunday night, right here on Fox. The great one, Mark Levin. What a shock, Mark. They even talked about some of them alternate electors at some point. I played that on my radio show today.
That's a funny thing about this Democrat Party. It does hate America. It's hated America since its founding. It helped cause the Civil War and segregation, went all the way into the 1960s. It supported eugenics. Now it supports abortion on demand. Hates this country. We've gone through several years where they attacked the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. And it's the voting system that they crave. They put out this H.R. 1, which would destroy all the protections against fraud in elections. And if you dare say anything, you're the denier. Let me explain something about Georgia and all the rest of it. Every one of these damn phony indictments where they dust off these old laws, or they take what is normal actions in the course of an election where you're lobbying state legislatures, where you're claiming elections are wrong, whether they're wrong or not, whether you're raising legitimate things or not, this is an attack on the people. Every indictment is an attack on our freedom, our ability to vote. The Democrats don't care about voting. They care about winning at all costs. The Democrat Party wants to be the monopoly party in this country. It is very close to being that. It wants to be the state party, where the government and the Democrat Party are tied at the hip. They already have that when it comes to the administrative state. That means when they're out of office, they still run the country. When they're in office, they expand the non-elected parts of the government. It was John Adams who said when the people lose their virtue, they're going to lose their freedom. One of the greatest constitutions ever written in the world was the Soviet Constitution, written by Joseph Stalin. It meant nothing. It was a genocidal dictatorship. So everything in there meant nothing. How can a party that hates the Constitution, that hates the limits that it places on their economic agenda, their political agenda, and their governing agenda, how can a party that trashes the independence of the Supreme Court, threatens Supreme Court justices, how can a party that wants to not only increase the number of Democrats in the Senate by hook or by crook by adding 2 more states, get rid of the filibuster rule so they can impose their will? Don't tell me they're standing for we the people. Don't tell me that this is the party we count on to protect the vote. Don't tell me that this is the party protecting documents and emails and texts when it's the party of Hillary Clinton that destroyed 30,000 of them and was never charged with obstruction. Don't tell me that these bums believe in classified information when the jerk prosecutor in Washington, D.C.'s been leaking information related to classified information, and Bill Clinton is still free to roam the countryside when he had classified information in his sock drawers. This isn't even about any of this. This is about a political party that sees its opportunity to seize control, to destroy the constitutional construct, to embrace these nut Marxists in their party, to push their equity agenda, to control prosecutions, to control what is justice. We don't have a justice system, America. You know, Sean, you and others keep saying we have a 2-justice system. No, we don't. We have a no-justice system. We may have a judge. Well, that looks pretty good. We call them Your Honor. They wear black robes and we bow down to them. We have a grand jury system that's supposed to protect the defendant, which we know is actually a tool of the prosecution. And in the cities, we know it's loaded with Democrats. There's no voir dire or anything like that. Those are prosecutor Democrats. We have prosecutor Soros Democrats. We have the guy they drag back from The Hague who looks like he should be tried in The Hague, quite frankly, who has destroyed one individual after another, and that's a resume enhancer. with the mob guy who's running the Department of Justice right now. And then, of course, we have trial juries in Democrat cities. Wow, we got a prosecutor, a judge, rules of evidence, a jury that looks so importantly judicial. It's crap. They've destroyed our justice system, just as are destroying our republic, destroying our voting system, destroying our sovereignty, destroying women's votes, censorship, destroying free speech, destroying the right to protest, ask the pro-lifers, attacking faith, ask the Catholics, and on and on and on. This is the Democrat Party. Every part of our culture, every part of our society right now is under attack. This is a revolution. People better wake the hell up. Every revolution doesn't have to be violent. In fact, some of the more brilliant communists said, in a country like the United States or in the Western countries, you're not going to have the proletariat rising up. You're not going to have the middle class rising up. It's got to be top down. You got to take over the culture. You got to take over the bureaucracy and slowly but surely impose your will. That's what's happening. What they're doing to Donald Trump, they're doing to America, they're doing to the American people. And I don't know if we're going to claw our way out of it, but enough of our fellow citizens better understand that this is about them and their liberty. That's it. I'm done.
All right, Mark.